Now, how do you create a user basically? So you have an a EC2 instance which is accessible through putty or terminal window, right?
Yes,
Okay.
through terminal window. Okay.
Like,
So
how would
what we created was,
apart from using AWS Management Console, how do you get into
Mhm.
an instance to a Unix box instance? Because there are a lot of things which
Yes,
you would not be able to do it from GUI, and you might need to log in from backend to get things done.
yeah, okay. So right now we have one Windows instance. What we thought was in the next class we would be creating one Linux instance because you said you want to have a hybrid, a heterogeneous environment where we can connect
Can we create
and
an
do things.
instance right away?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Another thing you mentioned was on the existing instance on this Microsoft one, you wanted to create an S3 storage as well.
I
So
wanted to create.
yeah,
No, please.
you said that we will create, sorry?
Sorry, I didn't get you. Tell me.
So you mentioned that in the next class, we would be creating one S3 storage within that Windows instance or any other instance. So do you want to do that as well now?
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead with creating a S3 storage first.
Okay, so I have opened this up. So this is the instance, that Windows instance.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
S3 storage EC2. You can create an S3 storage from AWS Management Console.
So, but for that instance, we want to create.
We have a bucket created already, right?
We deleted that bucket as well.
The whole idea
So
is
we created a bucket.
the whole idea is
Yeah.
that once the bucket is first created and is then mounted into a EC2 instance.
Yeah.
Let's create a
So then we should be, let's create a bucket then. Yeah.
is we have a Windows system and mount command does not work on Windows system. Hmm.
Okay. So in Windows, how do they do that then?
Using NFS. Okay. Anyhow, you have to use um a tool called Fuse, S3 Fuse,
Okay.
which you need to install.
Okay, I'll do that then. Okay, we have created a bucket. So yeah. So should we upload any files over there, or just keep it as empty bucket for now?
Keep it empty. First, we need to have the storage clean.
Yeah. So which tool did you mention?
Fuse,
Is it Fuse?
Fuse.
Yeah.
That's an Amazon tool itself. First, we have to create a Linux instance, right?
Yes. So shall I? Hopefully, we'll keep the volume. Yeah. So let's see. So the second one is free, and the first one is also free. But first one is Amazon Linux. We want a Red Hat Linux, isn't it?
Yeah, let's go with Red Hat Linux.
So in this, when we select a subnet, So should we always keep it as default, or is good to create our own subnet, and every time when we create an instance, we put that on the same subnet?
It's logical to have our own subnet and put the instances on that subnet.
So if I create a new subnet, so I'm putting one on the region that they have. So is there a way of creating what should be the CIDR block for it? So right now what I'm saying is it should be in the range. It should specify the range of IP address example and subnet the range of.
It overlaps as a pre-existing this from the subnet this. 0 to 20, 9 to 20. Nope.
Okay, so that is VPC. Oh, it was, what was that?
The VPC ID which I can see over here is
Yeah.
it's the previous one or it's a new one?
So I think it's a new one. So if I cancel it and say create subnets, so you see that it's 31.0.16, the VPC ID.
I got that. Using
So this is the same which is already there in this three in the list of three. So if you see the VPC ID is same.
I got that. So you have this CID on 32.0, 0.0, 1.16.0. 0. This list is on. Rather, there's one more. There's one more way we can go is that we can create a new VPC and then create a subnet.
Okay, so let's do that as well.
But I wanted to understand VPC you are using.
Okay.
Create a VPN connection. VPC is one there.
So right now there's one VPC.
And what do we have here? The VPC CIDR is 31.0.0.16. 0 to 16.
Yes.
Okay. Click this.
This one.
Yeah, and go to actions. Edit DHCP DNS. Edit DHCP option set. Yeah, there's only one.
Okay. So should I?
No, that would not really help.
It's just a host name CSR now.
Yes. So to create a VPC.
Okay, so the range of IPs to be used for the VPC in CIDR format. Okay, so is it necessary to start with 172 or should we start just with 172?
Start with something called 192 also you can start. Not necessary 170.
Okay, so if here I say 0 slash 6, block sizes must be between 16 net mask and 28 net mask. It's fine. Okay. Okay. So if I create tenancy as should I make it dedicated? What does dedicated means over here if I put a tenancy?
This VPC would be like if this VPC is assigned to any instance, it would not be shared. with any other new instance.
So if you make it dedicated, it will not be shared.
So you can try. Is it created? Great.
Yeah.
What is the range? It is 192.0.0.0.216. Okay. Let's try to create a subnet here. No, you cannot create a subnet from here.
Yeah.
Now, let's create a subnet. Let's see what do we have. So do we have, yes, am I able to see it? Yes, I can see it. Mhm.
You can see it?
Yeah. Um,
So VPC here, I can see as mine, so I'm selecting that.
yes, yes. Give your CID.
So, okay, did it mean? Okay, so if I give the same one, it's creating now.
So that means you have to start from the one which you have created and then progressively increase it.
Then progress. Yeah, but does that mean that we cannot use anything randomly between that? So
It
anyway, so
does not mean that. I would not say that.
yeah,
But then eventually,
okay,
I don't know what.
okay. So here, if I go to the properties, so summary I can see as subnet CID are available, route table network. Okay, so we are not going to use route table for now.
No.
So it's okay. So now we can create an instance and then we create one connecting to the subnet.
Yes.